The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Boston College Eagles, taking on the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Boston College lined up, ready to kick off and get things going. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now they're going to throw it. Finds his man. It's Jordan. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Yeah, those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water birds, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Leaves it with the running back. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a town to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Right back to the well.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game. Those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. That's reeled in. It's Jordan. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Right down the middle. And the pass hits, picked off. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
First down here for the offense. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Rams him with the stiff arm. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked.
Looking for a deep man. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route, and the quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with this receiver.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. On fourth down, looking to pass. He fires one deep over the middle. And it's picked off, bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Can't get him to the ground.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
They'll go right back to him. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to get it through the air. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. You got to do it again today.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The give to the back. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Maybe they won't give in and just pass it here. 3rd and goal from the 4 and 3 tight ends on the field. The give to the tailback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy...
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
They move the tight end all over. Handoff to the lone back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They'll ride the hot hand. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Arizona State is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up by 17 over Houston. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this run. Down in the game, there's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Right back to the well. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Got it on the outside. It's Jordan. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice catch, just past the first down marker, so this drive stays alive. Nice job by the quarterback and receiver.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Makes his connection. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Bruins will hustle to the line. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Now adjusting. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense just... that turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, but man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
To the ground with the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. A 3rd and long coming up here. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Line gets set, first down. Here's the handoff. Boom. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Tackle is made after 44. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Brought down after 45. It's third down.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on 3rd down, getting back a bunch of yards. Now they're in a position to go for it here on 4th.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. And the Golden Eagles will move the sticks.
By the running back.
Once you get in this range in the football field, do you depend on your kicker? Do you go for it? I think on 4th down, I think you go for it. This is a long field goal, a lot harder attempt. I like the offense going for it here in this situation.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Give to the running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Man, defensively, this is beautiful. You want them to be aggressive. You got to continue to get stops. You got the lead. Now you give the ball back to your offense again with a chance to salt this away here in the 2nd half.
To the air on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. Bunch formation for these receivers.
Second down.
Movement here from the tight end. They're going back to the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He'll try to do it himself. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Well, this is a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Breaks a tackle and he's got room. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
He leaves it with the back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They go to the ground. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Boston College! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And how about the dinosaur, the fullback, getting involved in this game in the passing attack? This is a guy that has really, really good hands, and this offense knows in these types of situations, if they can just find a way to get him involved, he can go score.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17.
Can anyone catch him? The 40, the 20, inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UCLA.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second. Great vision that David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. BC has the ball back
This offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Throws to the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
First down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
By the running back. Loss of 1 on play. Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Boston College 17, UCLA 8.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Jordan. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Bruins want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And the Bruins get enough for the first down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
I think you run that ball on second down, you know it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back in.
And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go!
Powers forward. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UMass. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Running back searching for a hole. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's blocked. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy to make sure they know where he is at all times.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create set.
And they got him for the sack.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
Quarterback checking the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. He's looking to throw it, feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The Bruins getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Clemens. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And this one to put them on top, and it is getting late. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He fires a bullet to the right. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense, not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, and walk out with the W.
A 3rd down try for the offense. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese.